you've conquered another game. A long day, a job well done, and the final work call. Locally, enjoy casual.
Stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on,
Every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance, pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
when victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
It has happened where people just haven't noticed when they've run out of time. Sounds good. Oh, overcooked it a bit. Jeez.
Clean! Keep going, ET! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going!
Minus 1,000 flash will win Apres Curl.
Oh, they're really sweeping this, boys.
They're
really sweeping this. Oh, boy, you can't give up a steal here.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, nice shot from Caitlin.
Here we go, it's happening.
Yeah, draw for the win for Ryland Kleider. Needs a piece of the forefoot. He's been really good all game. Trevor Johnson on this one here.
Can't hear yet for line ever.
No, they like line. Now doesn't have the speed. They like the line, doesn't have the speed. They're going hard for line. You have to get by this top yellow. Trevor Johnson leaning on it. He's by it. Now does it stop in time? Has to stop in time. What a shot from Ryland Kleider. We thought it was maybe the hardest option up from the booth, but that's why we're not down there.
A long day.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to Home Team Live's continuing coverage of the Co-op Canadian Open, the second stop on the Grand Slam of Curling schedule, live from Nisku, Alberta. It is the third game for these two teams here this afternoon, a highly anticipated matchup between Team Kaitlyn Lawes and Team Eunji Kim. John Cullen with you once again, and pleased to be joined, as always, by three-time world champion Brent Lang. And Brent, we're at that stage of the week. Not necessarily a must-win game for Team Lawes. They're at 1-1, but certainly Eunji Kim at 0-2, a must-win game for them to stay in the playoff picture. What are you expecting here this afternoon?
Well, hopefully some desperation from both teams. You don't want to go to 3 losses. That's the L out, the Lout division, loser out. Basically 2-2 has a chance, but there is only room for one tiebreaker. So even Team Lawes, which Kaitlyn is at home with new baby Ella, I understand. Hopefully all is well. But Selena Nagovin taking the T-head here, skipping this team in her absence. And so they are equally as desperate for a win, I would say, depending on where their shootout is. That's where things get complicated.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll get a chance to meet Team Lawes here as Kristen Gordon gets set to throw this first lead rock. They are from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Skip normally, as you said, Brent, is Kaitlyn Lawes, but Selena Nagovin taking the skip duties this week while Kaitlyn recuperates at home. We've got Jocelyn Peterman filling in at third. Their alternate, Becca Hebert, playing at second, and the lead is 49. Kristen Gordon.
Yep. Fully in. Good sweep, guys. 14-9. Good.
Called that one top 4, trying to keep it simple early. Obviously a team game plan. They lost the draw to the button, and Team Kim, the Koreans here, are going to be happy to hit this, and hopefully for our sake, John, they're going to throw a delayed corner guard, but I wouldn't blame them to hit out the first end either.
So we had a look at Team Lawes, and that's a flash there from Yeun Sol, as we'll take a look at this Team Kim from Gyeonggi-do, South Korea. The skip is Eunji Kim, the third is Min-ji Kim, the second is Soo-ji Kim, and the lead, Yeun Sol. You can also see their fifth player there, Ye-ji Sol, will be on the bench today, I believe.
So didn't expect the open flash.
No.
Now you'll see them probably guarded, and I don't think they're uncomfortable with this situation by any means. Throwing it in, they were just trying to get their feet under them maybe. And
Yeah, a little bit back up. Yep.
Don't see that much anymore, John, where the team throws it in the house because of the 5-rock rule. And if they make a good hit and roll away, and then you hit and stay in the 8-foot and they throw a corner guard, it's almost like, oh, can you just take your deuce already? So we don't see that much. That one a little bit tight. Those reds are pretty easy to remove later on. Can't do it yet, though.
Yeah, Eunji Kim going to come around everything, and as we know, Brent, this is the number 3 team in the world, this Team Kim. They've been so good over the last number of years. Really, once they added Min-ji Kim to their program, they've become the force in South Korea, and maybe just suffering from a little bit of a pan-continental hangover, as that's a week-long event that just happened, and I mean figurative hangover, of course, not literal, but the PanCon was just up the road in Lacombe, Alberta, ended on Sunday night. Team Kim making it all the way to the gold medal game, where they lost to Canada's Rachel Homan. And for both Homan and Kim, have to come right to this event. And you know yourself, you played in lots of curling events, and that back-to-back week with only one day off, and you're playing top competition in both. It's a grind for sure.
It definitely is. It takes everything you've got. The upside of the slam schedule, and especially the pools, is you only have to play one game a day. So for from the pregame meeting to the end of the game and the postgame meeting, you probably only have to have your brain really turned on for about 4 hours. So that's always, at least that was always soothing to me.
Yeah,
that's just one game. I can just kind of leave it all out there. I don't have to save anything.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours longer than my brain is usually on every day. But yeah, I mean, in theory, no, you're absolutely right. The slam schedule does help. The Pan-Continental would have had a similar schedule, although I do believe it had some 2-game days built into it.
And those are marathons. Those are 10 ends, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
As silly as it sounds, the extra 2 ends does make it seem a lot longer. But
It does, no, for sure.
If I do the agonizing math, it is 25% longer. Adding 2 to 8, 2 divided by 8. As long as it doesn't get to double digits, I'm capable.
Oh yeah, 25%. You nailed it.
Right?
Our specialty has not been math. We've learned that about each other in this short time that we've been broadcasting together. But I have to say, Brent, you're on point there.
Still searching for what our specialty is.
Getting as close to being fired without getting fired. I think that's
how far can we push it?
That's probably. If that's not our specialty, it's in the conversation.
We're very tight. We're half in.
Trying to kind of guard both of these a little bit. A little heavy, but maybe get it right into the pocket. Almost impossible not to make a double here if you hit that top one. Right on the nose, you'll stay frozen on it, and the blank will be back in play because I think you'll see Selena call for the blast.
Yeah, just a touch heavy there from Becca Hebert. The team laws bringing Becca on before the year even started, so this isn't like a spare situation because Caitlin is away. She is the official alternate on this team, as they obviously knew that Caitlin would be missing some time, and so Becca will be playing here. She played in the Saville Grand Prix and the Autumn Gold in Calgary, and I would imagine Caitlin is still a little ways away from returning, as the double is indeed made there by Suji Kim. So Becca will get into some games, and I'm sure too, as the schedule goes on and permits, she may find herself in some games even when Caitlin is back and playing a full schedule.
10-2.
So no real danger here for either team.
Guys, go over something.
Just kind of hit and stay from Jocelyn. That looked a little panicked on the call here. This is gone, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a ton of weight. It looked like she might have came over the top of it too. That is
cleaning the path. That must have picked.
Yeah, they called it right out of the hand. I don't know if she came over the top of it or if it was a pick, but yeah, certainly not a ton of weight either.
No, not a good result. We know that.
Yep. This is opening the door for a potential 2 here for the team from South Korea.
The constant swing every end seems to be the only constant this week. That watched the end of that Jacobs-Hosley game, and it was nuts when Kennedy made a good kind of back 4-foot bump, and I'm sitting with Dunning, and he's like, that's the ball game. And then the Hosley, one of the Hosley brothers, the one who throws Skip, made the run back and chiseled through an impossible hole to freeze on the button, and Dunny looks over and he says, no, now that's the ball game. And then Jacobs won. It was a crazy finish. Has to be shot of the week. I don't know that that's how they drew it up, but well thrown and called, and it was, it had me, I said something out loud. I don't even know what I said, and that's hard to do when I'm just watching a curling shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Chance for the double. Redemption time.
Yeah, didn't really get the roll that she was looking for, did Minji Kim. So a double chance here for Jocelyn Peterman, and she makes no mistake. But there is a corner guard sort of hanging on there for Minji.
She wants no part of it. She's happy to take on the blank here, I think. Drawing away from that action.
No, there's a yellow corner there that you can't see because you're sitting down.
It's
yeah.
behind that Edmonton Eskimos green and yellow hat there, or whatever that is. So just bury one behind that guy's toque, and
yeah, we're up in the press box here, and we're at the kind of the side of the sheet as we're looking at it. So I'm standing up. So I changed my angle.
I was standing up, John.
Helped
Thanks
out my
for the
partner.
short joke.
Oh, this looks a little heavy for Minji. Don't usually see too many misses out of Minji, but that's 2 in a row. And I think we're heading to Blanksville here.
Looks like it. Selena doesn't want anything to do with the corner guards.
I probably wouldn't either.
Team Gim just consistently always in the mix in the playoffs. Seem to qualify every time they play. And then when they get to the playoffs, they seem to win a lot more playoff games than they lose. It's a good formula for winning points and cash.
Yeah, they've had a nice year. They won the Autumn Gold and back in Calgary, which used to actually be a slam, so it gives you a sense of how good the field is. It's still a premier event on the women's calendar at the Calgary Curling Club. And they also, of course, won the Korean Championships this year, which is how they found themselves at the PanCon. And they have qualified in every event they've played in so far this year, Brent. So as you said, they're just kind of always hanging around. Haven't been on the winner's podium outside of those two events, but it's been good. My favorite part of Team Gim at the Autumn Gold is Kayla Skurlik was telling me this because she either is or was the treasurer at the Calgary Curling Club. And for whatever reason, when you try to do like a global money transfer, South Korean banks are like the only banks you can't do a transfer into. So they have to pay Team Gim in cash. Nice. And so there's now successive photos of them winning the Autumn Gold and throwing $12,000 or $15,000 in cash in the air as they're taking the trophy picture, and
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty good stuff.
You should get some T-shirts. My best friends call me Cash. That's only happened to me a couple of times when we were over in Switzerland playing with Furby. The Swiss francs. It was just a big envelope of cash. That was quite nice.
Yeah,
it's nice when you get to split it up instantly. You
Yeah,
don't have to trust your skip, especially when it's Furby.
I was going to say, that's. The accounting may not be exactly accurate. So Eunji Gim can chase a roll here. Just doesn't want to roll out with her shooter. That would be the only bad result here. And indeed, they play that a little safe, hit it right on the nose, and probably not much danger for Selena here if she wanted to chase the roll either, Brent. But
I think you give this a pretty good go and try and hang it on the side 12. I doubt you're going to see Gim nose the blank, but you never know. Make contact first. The Autumn Gold, John, that's got to be the longest standing male or female event on the World Curling Tour. That's been going on forever.
Yeah, it's got to be up there for sure. Yeah.
I heard it's a terrible rumor that it's running out of gas.
Oh, really?
Maybe I made that up, but I don't think I did. That would be sad to see.
That would be sad to see. It's a Calgary Curling Club very close to my house. It's a beautiful building, great staff there. I know that the Autumn Gold is also sponsored by one of the legendary curling stores in the country as well, Curler's Corner at the Calgary Curling Club, run by Bernice. And oh boy, is that going to get out of the house.
She was trying to roll the other way.
Yeah. Again, just over curling there a little bit, and so it will be a free blank here for Eunji Gim.
I was on the bench, and down at ice level, it's easier to see from behind the sheet. There was a much more curl last game than I think they've seen, and Mike and the guys were talking about that after the game. Didn't seem to slow down that Mouat buzzsaw.
No. Yeah, I was talking with Rachel Homan today, did a little feature with her, and she was saying this sheet A in particular, they found quite tricky, both the sheet and the rocks. So it could definitely be something for us to keep an eye on up here as this game progresses. But in any case, there were a few sort of half misses. Either team really getting going in this end. We'll put a couple zeros up on the board, and we'll be back after this.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job. Enjoy casual.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
wouldn't think. Maybe they know something about Team Gim. Maybe they just want to shorten the game against one of the best teams in the world. I don't know. Everything I'm saying right now, I'm making up. So.
Yeah, it's as we said, Team Gim number 3 in the world. Team Laws sitting at number 9. They've had quite a good year themselves on tour. They've been a really good semi-final team. They made the semifinals in Charlottetown. You and I were there for that. Ran into the Rachel Homan buzzsaw in a very well-played semi-final at the Tier 1 Tour Challenge. They've also made the semifinals at the Points Bet and the Saville Grand Prix last weekend and the Saville Shootout back in September. So it's been, we were talking about this before the broadcast, but just a little bit more consistent of a year from Team Laws. I think they had some decent results last year, but maybe wasn't on the whole the year that they were looking for. But this year so far, they've been really good and certainly one of the top women's teams in Canada.
Weight's good. You can go a little short of your broom. Hey. Yep, girl.
I believe they're actually number 2 in Canada right now. I think Chelsea Carey has fallen behind them in the point standings.
We got to the setup we kind of expect, just got there a little differently. Got the guard and top 4, and looks like they can chase this.
Sorry, 3rd in Canada. Anerson would be ahead of them, Homan and Anerson.
Right.
My apologies.
2 reasonably successful teams in
Yeah,
Canada.
some teams we've heard some stuff from before. Responsible for 5 of the last Scotties titles. And 6 of the last 7, but who's counting?
Can't move this guard or it goes back.
Ooh,
that's perfect.
Yeah, great sweep there from Suji Kim on the inside of that stone. And do they get it out the back? They do. Phenomenal. Really good shot there. Kim lying 1 with the hammer here.
Trying to hit and stay close to the guard here. You don't want to roll too far because you don't want them to be able to roll under.
Clean. Wait. Yep.
This one looks really tight.
Yeah, this is, oh boy,
really light. Switch to the tap to the button.
Yeah, this is just all over the top one.
Oh, it's going to take the in-turn and curl around it.
Okay.
Well, that was not what Becca Hebert was looking for. Definitely of these team members, Becca with the least experience on slam ice, on arena ice, so could be just a matter of getting adjusted here.
Hell of a last name, though. Just championship last name. Got to have some pedigree in there.
Yeah, I believe she's married to Ben Hebert's cousin, I think
it's Jordy.
Yeah, I believe is how that family tree all shakes out.
Oh, and what a family tree it is. I don't know if you've ever spent time with the Heberts, but it is not boring.
I haven't, but that's very easy to imagine.
Right? Yeah, if you could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
I would say if most of Ben's family is even about 25% of Ben, you're probably in for a pretty good time.
Try and hit and roll behind the shot rock. I think there's room to hit and roll for shot back 4 foot. Not throwing it very hard, though. Enough weight to make it.
Yeah, definitely looked like a better throw from Becca there. It doesn't quite curl enough. They probably really don't want to lose this one out the back, but unfortunately they will. So this is a really good chance for Eunji Kim to get set up here.
Already lying 1 buried and going to throw one around the corner guard. There is room to really bury this one right on the tee line. I'm not sure. You might see Selena be forced to play a run back on Jocelyn's first. That's not what you want to be doing without the hammer.
No, it wouldn't be my first choice, that's for sure.
They don't like this one, though. Doing what you're supposed to do when it's heavy, though, John. Nothing.
I'd be spitting on it. That was my move. Just a little, just light. Like, you don't want to throw a loogie down there, but just a little raspberry. See if you can get something going. I mean, I fully admitted in Charlottetown to cheating, so I might as well just keep that up.
Just keep the reputation going.
Yep.
Get your brand fully out there.
Yeah, exactly. Seems to work well. you're just if you cheat but you're honest about it, at least that seems to be
Is
what
it
the
really
the
cheating?
American population is.
Is it really
they
cheating?
like that. Yeah, exactly.
Great shot.
Really good from Jocelyn Peterman.
And the end flips on its head all over again.
Yeah, just like that. Unfortunate miss for Suji Kim, and Jocelyn Peterman makes a perfect run back. I do wonder if the chase would be there for NG if she wanted it, but seems like she's called the.
It's like she
the
waved
straight
her
runner.
hand in the air as if I can't see anything.
Okay, interesting. Well, we know Minji Kim has all the shots in her locker. We'll see if she can pull one out here. Ooh, just misses it and does leave the center guard up, so.
Still buried, I think.
Yeah, didn't take too long for this actually to turn a little pear-shaped for Team Gim.
Oh, that's enough standing, eh?
That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. One end, that's about all I got in me. Turned 39 a week ago, so it's very close to being over for me.
Oh, it gets a lot better in my experience as you get older physically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 45 is pretty much your prime.
Great. Can't wait. That's not what I've heard, so you're giving me some life here.
No.
Really good chance to set up a steal, definitely a force. Don't want this behind the T line, though.
Kristen Gordon trying to bring this one over here.
Right back. Keep going. Good.
And a little deeper than they would have liked, I think, Brent.
Yeah, for sure. Wanted to make sure it was buried, and I don't know that was as important as keeping it in front of the T line. There was not going to be a hit and roll low, but shrinking the scoring zone. Make the freeze here, and then Selena will follow it down. Probably better here if it doesn't freeze, if it's just kind of top button. Right in front of it. Precise draw required, though.
So a potential get out of jail free card here for Minji Kim. Hasn't made a shot yet, so we'll see if this is the one here.
Do.
Kim and Seoul really leaning on this. Got to get it there for shot. Got to get it there for shot, and they're short. Oh boy.
Really starting to look like a steal now. I don't. She's called the freeze on the yellow, which is good. Going to leave that same kind of draw for Team Gim on their skips first here, but I don't think that yellow's very usable. I think you could almost just throw a guard, like guard the draw.
Freeze top H. Do like a 15. They just threw a 14-8 top H. Okay, like 15.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to click off here. That would be an absolute disaster.
Yeah, I don't know what freezing on it really gets you. Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that was her immediate call, and no pushback from the team. So seems like they all like it, but it's got to be made well, that's for sure.
Whoa, that's all there, I think.
Selena had some success skipping at the Scotties not that long ago when she was playing with Tracy Fleury, and I think Tracy was unable to play for a few games with some illness. But not totally foreign to her. She played lots of mixed doubles, so throwing last shot there too with Reed Carruthers a few years back. This looks perfect.
Yeah, it can't bounce off at all, and that is perfect. Great shot from Selena Negevin. Yeah, she skipped in juniors as well, Brent. I know that's getting to be a while ago for her now, but yeah, definitely when you have that experience, and she's also just one of those curlers. Doesn't really get bothered by too much out there. Has a really good mentality for skipping, and I think probably knew coming into this team with Caitlin that babies may be on the menu for her and some other players on the team. Obviously, Selena and Jocelyn and Caitlin all got pregnant in their first year together as a team, so probably knew that she'd have to play skip at some point or another, and yeah, to your point, has done very well at it.
Better make this one.
Yep.
Anything not kind of perfect here is going to be a steal, I think, for Team Laws. But a perfect shot here might open up a chance for a deuce. It won't be removable. If she can even just bury an inch or two of it around this one shot rock top button, Selena will probably have to guard. Didn't look very hard to me, but it's impossible to judge from up here in the rafters. They seem to like it.
Yeah, Yeon Sol off and on here. Got to get by that top one, which I think they are, but now does it have the weight? Does it have the weight? Wow, that really jammed on the brakes at the end, yeah.
What do you do if you're
That was my
Selena and
first thought.
Jocelyn?
Yeah. Just see if we're missing anything. Like, it's never worth it hitting their 3, so.
No. I think so. With, like, what kind of weight are you seeing?
We're going to hit this.
Well, I guess.
I don't want it
do
to
you
squirt
want to
through.
kill the 3?
Like, I would love it here.
Okay, then maybe firm.
You're going to hit the red.
I just want the 3 to squirt
How much of it can they even see?
My original
Lots
thought
of
was
it.
10-5.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know how
it's
far
like
this
it's almost
3 moves
splitting
in a
center and the
10-5.
guard's
I'm
not
seeing
touching
probably
center.
here.
I would
then
say
firm. I like firm.
most of it.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you
Just
think?
Call?
have to
I don't.
down there if third
I don't
looks
mind the
pretty
call
good.
if you can get to the
Firm
nose of
looks
it. I
pretty
think it's
clean,
probably
but-
really good.
Do you like that with firm?
Okay. And I'm trying to
You
get
like
you
it?
kind of
Yeah,
right
nothing
to
wrong with
nose
this.
if I
Right to
can.
nose is
Hey.
close. Hey, yeah.
I don't see a ton of danger. The only danger is hitting the guard. Like, hit this anywhere almost, you're going to lie 2.
Firm on
But
the
you do have to
nose.
kill the second one, so you don't want to hit it
I
too
have
thin.
all.
And so she can see it all. So I really like it then. Like you said, if
Follow
you could
the
nose
yellow on
this.
your side, Kristen.
Yeah, you lie 4, and you got 3 all along the center line.
This ice. Okay, right on the nose, firm.
All right, so potentially a huge shot here for Selena Negevin. If she can make it, would put a lot of pressure on Eunji Kim.
Yep, yep. Whoa, clean. Curl. Whoa,
Looks pretty good.
Looks very close. Oh, geez. Oh, and the roll, too.
Oof.
Wow, what a shot. Maybe just went a hair too far, though, Brent. Does give Eunji a shot here, at least. It's not easy.
Not much of one.
No. Take another look at that. They ended up just getting by this guard.
Rolled low.
Little scarier than I would have liked. I think, too, if you hit it a little more on the nose, you leave that red one right there on kind of the M in the Grand Slam of Curling logo, and that makes this shot maybe even just that little bit harder, but still a great shot from Selena Negevin. And Eunji Kim drawing against 4 and needs side pin to score 1 here.
She just threw a draw, but it was wider, so this might be a shade quicker. I would suggest she probably needs to throw the same weight that came up short, which isn't always easy to commit to.
So we'll see if she can pull it off here. Both her and Minji pulled the string on some earlier draws. We'll see how this one works out. Sol and Kim try to manage it. Looks a little heavier.
This one's moving faster.
Ooh, nothing at all here now. We see the full posture up from Yeon Sol. That is not a good sign.
How many?
Oh boy, you're giving up 2 for sure. Is it any more than that? Oh boy, that is a steal of 4.
Ouch.
Holy. I mean, it's 3 guaranteed, but it does look like 4 on the camera angle.
Even I can tell it's 4.
Yep, and it is 4. Wow. Not a miss we are used to seeing out of Eunji Kim, but it's been that kind of week for them. 0-2, and they just gave up a steal of 4. We'll see if they can claw their way back.
And when the pressure's on,
Every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance, pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
when victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line. It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When you enjoy casual.
Well, Brent, this is looking eerily similar to the Kevin Cooey and Brad Gushue game we called last night. Kevin Cooey on almost exactly that same path in the second end, came heavy on his draw as well. He only gave up a steal of 3, but Eunji Kim giving up a steal of 4. And I don't really have much to say. Just kind of shocked. We don't usually see those types of misses out of this Korean team.
Yeah, that particular path there is obviously quite slippery. But, you know, I kind of mentioned it before she threw that. She had thrown a draw on her first one, but out wider. Ended up coming up short, and that's in the back of her mind as she knows she has to be on the button, added a little bit. Didn't look like they hated it early, but ended up with, steal a quote from one of my old coaches, you get the first half of a great comeback accomplished, you're way down. 4 is a big lead, 6 ends to go. Unlikely you're going to get them all back at once. This is probably a in between ends. They probably had a chat and said, okay, let's make 8 in a row here and see if we can get 2 and see if we can't claw ourselves back into this game. And on the flip side, Selena and the ladies from Winnipeg are saying if we could force them to here, we're really going to take the wind out of their sail and make energy on the other side tough to come by.
Yeah, really well played end by Team Laws. Selena in particular making that dynamite freeze on her first one and then a great hit on her second. So up 4, and if they could move to 2 and 1 without their skipper, they'd probably feel pretty good about that. But lots of game to go here yet.
It did, yeah.
I always wonder, sitting at home watching, and we could call Caitlin, we should FaceTime her, maybe she's watching and ask her, like, is there any part of you that wants them to lose? Just because you're not here. You want to feel important, right? You've had a good year, and obviously she doesn't really think that, but...
She's probably sitting at home going, thinking to herself, I still get a cut of this.
Yeah, maybe that's even better.
I think that's probably the angle I'd be taking.
Yeah. Rack up some points.
Get some points and get some money while I'm at home.
Babies aren't cheap.
Yeah, that's one thing we know for sure. And you got 2 of them now, Mila and Ella.
Little light? I think it's close. Just half. A little bit for line. Yeah, for line. Hit it.
Calling the guard here. I think this is kind of the standard defensive plan.
Okay.
This one's real high, though, from Becca.
As far as it goes.
We're past that room.
Okay, we'll
she moved it.
A little bit too high, but not as bad as I thought. That's unfortunately, you can probably play the outturn bump on the nose, kill a red, stay frozen, and you got 3 guards. And this is a good start, I think, for if I'm Team Gim, I'm kind of happy with this start.
Yeah, just a slight overcurl for Becca Hebert there, and these rocks are definitely accessible for Suji Kim.
Just a little too hard. That would have been perfect if that's 10 feet lighter. Now it's back to looking good for Team Laws. Both teams, as they choose their shots here, John, they're going to have to keep in mind if this game stays a little bit out of reach that the band's going to start right after this game. So they may want to finish up early and hit the après curl. There's literally a full stage and band set up in the concourse in the nicest slam arena you've ever seen here. So if you're within, what do we got, 90 minutes left in the game? If you're within 90 minutes of Nisku, you should get in the car and drive on over. I think there's going to be a party.
Yeah, it's a beautiful arena, as you said, Brent. Grand Slam of Karaoke coming on Saturday night, as that's an unfortunate flash there from Becca Hebert.
You take it. No, you take it.
This end has definitely been a bit of a game of hot potato here.
Probably, usually the wide miss there, she's just asking for confirmation, which is good to see. Probably a bad combo wide and looked a little heavy to me. That was probably supposed to be hack and was probably bored. Which on this ice, it looks to me like is probably 6 inches different in curl, at least, actually.
Yeah, definitely very sensitive. Rachel Holman was telling me that today when we were shooting that content, as they'd love to get a roll behind the corner. Doesn't quite get there, but yeah, exactly. Saying that it was quite tricky, and the word she used was finicky. the ice is a little bit
nice.
finicky. Yeah, that they're just
Rachel's always good for some, some interesting analysis.
she just
Some
said there's
different words.
some certain spots on the ice that are a little trickier than others, and then also she was finding the rocks maybe a little bit tough to manage on some of the sheets. Just not sure that they were finding a lot of great matching sets. So
Well, I would say she's probably accurate. She's pretty good at this game.
yeah, she's had a little bit of success.
Hard, Becca, you're doing it. Hard roll.
That's really good. That's a great call. I love that.
We played
I
against,
love that encouragement. You're doing it. You keep doing it. That's
we played
great.
against a mixed doubles team from the U.S. I think they're from Chicago, and I can't remember their names. My apologies if they're listening. I'm sure they're not. But one of his line calls was, "You're so strong." Like after like the end to end by the end, just like, and it was his wife, and he's like, something like, "You're so strong. Like, please don't quit on me."
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that. You're doing it. I feel like I would have liked to hear that as a sweeper. Just that little last bit of encouragement.
Maybe your skip never had the opportunity. Maybe you were never doing it, John.
That's probably true.
Good
That's
shot
a
there.
really nice shot there from Minji Kim, and Team Gim continuing to lie 2 here with the hammer.
That top one's in.
Oh, is it? Oh, you're right. 3. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I was about to say that's splittable, and I'm like, man, that looks like it might be in.
Yeah, good call. Wow, so this is actually a little bit more of a dangerous situation for Team Laws here than maybe we realized.
I wonder why they didn't chase that earlier if that was in.
Yep.
I know it's fairly buried, but anyway. We've got action.
We got action. Need to make a roll here if you're Jocelyn Peterman. That's just right on the nose, and now if you could ever hit and roll behind this corner guard, a 4 back is not impossible.
Shoot.
Can get a little aggressive with this. I mean, you do want to stay because that middle one is chaseable in a spot they've seen twice, but when you're down 4, you got to take a little risk, and this is very makeable to sit and roll. They just got to watch the other team throw it, so shouldn't be very surprised at what it does here. It's got some curling to do, though. Might want to audible and go the other way.
That was the audible, but unfortunately not on it in time, so that will also hit dead nose, and it's going to be up to Selena Negevin to try and get her team out of this quicksand here. A hit and roll would do it, but they got to make it.
Quick turnaround for a lot of these European teams, right? The Euros are kind of next week.
They are, yeah.
And that's why Team Hasselborg is not in NISCU, I imagine?
Correct, yep. Yeah, they were one of the few European teams that elected to skip this event, but they did also know that they were the Swedish representative at the Euros. Their game against, their series against Isabella Rana took place in, I think, late September. So they had some time to figure out their schedule. For the Swiss winners, for example, Team Tirinzoni, their playoff was just like a week ago. So
so you can't
kind of already had to commit to this, and then the Euros, and then right after the Euros is the Slam in St. John. So Kristen Gordon leaning on this here.
Sounds good.
What a shot from Selena Negevin. Is that ever good? Absolute perfect roll, and maybe just got her team out of jail. She is feeling it.
Trying to figure out if they can see enough of this to make the bump and lie 3. Looks pretty difficult to me.
It's not a ton of room, and you do have to kind of throw a bit of weight at it too, right, Brendan? I mean, you're moving 2 stones here.
Yeah, you need solid hack to kill it, and you're probably not going to get quite to the nose, so you're not going to hit the second one on the nose. And other option would be an intern freeze and then force Selena to make a really precise draw with, a potential 4, but she's just have to draw the 8-foot. So I think some kind of play here. This is going to have to be real close to the guard.
Yes. You could see Eunji actually measuring it, like, this is how close I need to get by the guard, and she was not giving herself a lot of space to get by it. So we'll see if she's up to the task here. Hasn't been her best game so far, but this could be a potential end-turning shot. 4-0 so far. Yayun trying to bring this over now.
This is really close.
Close. Does she have enough of that red? Can she move it far enough now?
For fun.
Yes, she can. Great shot from Eunji Kim, and they are back to line 3.
Can I play the same turn?
That's just really good skip play. Fantastic shot from Selena Negevin and a great answer from Eunji Kim.
Was that a 10-5, Josh? What? Was that 10-5? Yeah.
So Selena now tasked with doing it again. Prove it wasn't a fluke, please. And if she does make it again, the run back will be much easier this time for Team Gim. It is wide open now. So probably just want to roll behind the red one now instead of the yellow so that maybe there's some angle and hopefully the shooter rolls out. But any roll is better than nose. Nose leaves an open hit for 3.
So final stone here for Selena Negevin. Trying to repeat the feat of her first one. Needs a good hit and roll here.
That was floated close to the guard.
They are saying no, right out of the hand. Becca trying to bring this over. It's off the guard. You don't want to roll too far. Does it stop in time?
Good.
That's not bad.
That's really good.
That's a pretty good spot for that.
Good sweep.
Really nice shot from Selena Negevin.
Looks like she's playing the chase. The run back looks a lot easier to me. I think from the hack, this has got to be more than half buried.
It sounded like I heard them say half. Now, whether they were saying the English word half or that's a Korean word, I don't know. I'm unsure, but it seems like they feel that they can see enough of it from the hack. But yeah, this is going to be a precise touch, and this is a potential big swing here, Langer. If they make this, it's a 1-point game. If they miss it, they're down 5.
Bit of a big shot, you're saying?
A bit of a big shot, yes. A potential
4-3 versus 5-0.
Yeah, potential 8-point swing here. So it's a big shot for Eunji Kim, final stone. Needs to just about hit what she can see of this Selena Negevin rock.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, sounds really close.
Just clean, I think, is what you're looking for. Oh, it's a little heavy, though. Will it stick? Hello.
Great shot from Eunji Kim. So they don't get all of them back, but they do get 3 of them back. It's 4-3. We'll have our first look at Team Negevin with the hammer when we come back.
When you've conquered another game, enjoy casual.
Well, that was just what the doctor ordered for Eunji Kim, going down 4-0, but gets 3 of them back. Really phenomenal shot from Eunji Kim on her last, and it's now 4-3. We'll see what Team Laws can do with the hammer. Doesn't feel like it, but it is their first time this game with the hammer, so we'll see how aggressive they get. I guess here, Brent, really, you're just trying to get a couple back here. You don't need to get all 3 back necessarily.
Yeah, sometimes trying to make 2, you get 3, and I think that's what happened last end, but bit of a wild start. 7 points in 2 ends after a really open first end with some open misses, but we've got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, just taking a look at the other action out here on this lovely sunny afternoon here in Nisku, Alberta. Satsuki Fujisawa is locked in a all-country battle, a Japanese battle against Ikue Kitazawa. They picked up 2 in the first and then stole 2 in the second, so Fujisawa was leading that one 4-0. Fujisawa was sitting at 2-0, so they're looking to lock up a playoff spot with a win. In the Sportsnet feature game, Silvana Tiranzoni is leading Stefania Constantini 2-1. If you're in Canada, you can, of course, watch that game on Sportsnet Live. And over on the far sheet, it's Seung-Yun Ha against Xenia Schwaller. Ha picking up 2 in the second end. They lead 2-0. Schwaller with the hammer playing 3. If you're outside of Canada, or even if you're inside of Canada, all those games available on Home Team Live if you want to have a little dual or triple or even a quad box going. Stay here with me and Brent and check out the video of all the other sheets.
And send us pictures of the best setup.
Yes,
we
we're
need
still
some
waiting.
Kind of prize.
Still waiting for the best setup picks. I have heard from a few people. They were telling me about how they had all 4 games going on 4 different monitors, but didn't see photo evidence.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think the stream will be available on Mars soon too, if Elon gets his way. Starlink and your new pod on Mars. Talking with a few players today, and everybody just loves having the streaming of all the sheets. It almost feels like cheating. You get to watch your sheet ahead of your game, listen to the teams talk about the rocks and all those things that normally you had to come to the arena and try and get the binoculars out and everything else. And game changer for the players, not just the fans. It was done for the fans, but the players benefit as well.
Yeah, I was talking with Mark Kennedy last night about it from Team Jacobs, and he was saying that, you know, even though the streams are available for free, it's something that their team would pay for just as a resource. You know, it'd be worth it for them to, like you said, be able to track rocks and see what the tendencies of maybe their sheet is. So, yeah, definitely a lot of value for a lot of people involved in curling, and it's been a blast to be in the booth for these games, and just exciting for the sport to have all the games available. We've never had this. The slams are the pinnacle of competition in our sport. We've never been able to see all the games, so it's great to have, and the games have been really, really good, as that was a nice corner freeze from Kristen Gordon and a pretty good setup here for Team Laws with the hammer.
Yeah, 4 made shots in a row. And all of this is thanks to the curling group, and on cue, here comes, always on brand with his curling group hat on. CEO Nick Selsky is walking and talking with his hands, telling some big idea stories. That's kind of what he does. Oh yeah, we can do that. If I can think it, we can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's almost like a cartoon that way, in that he has his big ideas, and then someone's behind him with a notepad writing them down. Yes.
Cotton and Cook.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
make it happen.
The mics. Yeah.
There he is. A little over curl there. That yellow one's still in a good spot. That one top 8 is kind of Team Game's best rock, but good chance to hit in line 2 here.
Totally, yeah. This one just wide open here for Becca Hebert. Would love to make this one good. She's struggled a little bit with her hit weight so far this game.
She threw one really tight here in the second end, and this sounds similar.
Sounds really tight.
This is on the top yellow. This is going to be really bad. Don't know what to do with it.
Oh boy.
Okay. Good speed.
Well, at least they didn't lose that red, but they did.
Glass is half full kind of guy again. There you are.
That's me, but it is moved to a spot where Gim is now lying 2 without hammer. Look.
Listen.
It was not a great shot, but there is a slight positive there, that's for sure. Over on sheet D, speaking of things not going so well, Xenia Schwaller giving up a steal of 3 to Seung-Yun Ha. It's Xenia's lead, Selena Riekiger's birthday today. Happy birthday to Selena. I don't even want to speculate as to how old she is, because it would make me feel extremely old, but it's not good. We were talking about that yesterday. Xenia, the only skip in this field, born in the 2000s. They're a very young team, just won the World Juniors last year, now ranked 8th in the world and playing in the slams.
She doesn't remember life before the Grand Slam of curling. We're finally at that point.
Yeah, great point, hey?
So Chance probably want to lock one on the corner of the red. Oh. Oh is right. This is heavy. If this bounces off, this is all kinds of bad. This has been mismanaged. Oh boy. Not very good. Chance for a double or a nose.
10-5.
Nose or hair inside, and it'll be right in the pocket of those two yellows. The yellow will lie too, but
You got her, man.
I think if you're Team Gim, Brent, you're at least a little bit scared of those two rubies that are hanging around there.
oh yeah.
Their fourth and fifth shot right now, but that may not be the case for very long. This is a big shot, though, for Becca Hebert. Has to hit this in the right spot.
Nose are anywhere low, really.
Yeah, you don't want to be high here, and she is indeed a little high.
Sounded like a good throw. They kind of liked it and didn't call curl till late, so.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Becca's just dealing with a mismatched pair of rocks here, because it has seemed pretty common that her first one is over curling and her second one is under curling, so maybe just a case of trying to manage those.
I don't like this call. You hit and roll into your own here. You're going to leave a double. As soon as Team Laws makes a double, you're going to have a 3-on-1. That's not good in any game.
What would you prefer here, a guard?
I wish you didn't ask me that, because the next comment was, I don't know what I do like, but I don't like this. I might hit and roll in off the wide one, as silly as that is. Like, those middle yellows are in really good spots. I feel like anything that hits this red rock is going to be very usable for Jocelyn on her first to make a double off the yellow, into the yellows.
Ooh, on this right out of the hand. Oh boy, this is curling a mile. You cannot take out your own here. Ooh, okay. Ended up a little better than they were expecting, I think.
Yeah.
They are lying 3 without hammer here. That was close to abject disaster. But ended up working out not too bad for Minji. So Jocelyn going to come down for a team talk here with Selena.
I still think you got to take on some kind of double here, but I don't really care which
I'd
one.
love to make sure you have a shot, but also is this kind of our only opportunity to get low? And then make her chase a little bit.
Okay, let's make this.
I think so, hey? You seen these?
Do you like,
Not too
I
much now?
thought Becca threw that last one good. I gave her too much. So do you like that?
10-5?
I'm not sure what Jocelyn had a couple good comments. Is this our only chance to get low on this one?
I think we just gotta get one in there since we have the roll.
Or do we even do
I
this?
feel like I agree.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Maybe that yellow one, like, is that top 8 one dead buried? Because I like the slip double here. And if you just missed it, I think you might make the other double, which is also good.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how much you could see.
Yeah, it might be buried. This is also good, though. Make the hit and roll to the top of the button, especially if that yellow on top 8 is buried.
Well, you heard Jocelyn say this might be their only chance to get low, so if that's the case, you certainly need to get low here. Becca Hebert trying to knife this one over.
Anything on red. Anything.
And they don't move it too far.
Nice last throw. I gave you too much ice, Becca.
Yeah, so you heard from Selena there, just saying that she gave Becca a little too much ice. So yeah, it does really make me think it's potentially a rock thing and not necessarily a Becca thing.
Kind of knows this one. I think it's low enough that if that was like a 3 inches higher and you nose it, you might leave a nose triple back, or if you rolled in just a hair. I would say that Team Gim is cautiously optimistic right now, and probably Selena and Jocelyn are feeling a little bit concerned that the center is awfully congested, and Team Gim's about to lie 3. Oof. No, that's no good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the spot they wanted to roll to.
Might just go on the side red one. Doesn't look like it on the ice, but on this top, on the overhead.
Does it maybe catch the yellow into the red?
Okay, just stay with
How would
the
I know,
roll
John?
back.
You think I'm magic?
Oh,
It looks
I think
different on the
you have
ice.
a pair of eyes and a brain.
Oh, the brain's questionable. But it looks to me on the ice like it hits the yellow, but on the overhead it looked like it went right into the side red. So I'm going to say it hits the top of the yellow and then goes into the red.
That was my thought. Yeah. Guess we'll see what happens here.
She's going to hit it right. So.
Oh,
Dead nutted.
wow, just dead nut. That's actually quite good, I think. Law is now lying 2-3-4.
Need to make this. Nobody's really made this hit and roll yet. Is it easier with more weight? You see the replay here. It kind of drags it down. The forward momentum pulls it. It definitely wasn't lined up to do that. If you hit it on the angle, as they say.
I think based on the ice they're giving Brent, I don't think they're throwing a ton at this. It sounds like they want to just even maybe kick that Laws red over a little bit.
Need to roll in, or Selena will get the chance to hit to lie 3. Like nose hit is going to be 4th shot, I believe. Anything on the inside will at least be 3rd.
Yeah, nose hit is really bad. Nose hit or any high roll. So this is a little more precise shot than it may seem on first blush for NG Gim. Trying not to give a multiple back here.
It's a good shot. I don't know what happened, but it's a good shot. I don't know who's second, but regardless, that yellow one's in a really good spot.
Yeah, it's tough to tell from our overhead here. I'm leaning yellow, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, I would have liked to see her just throw that heel weight and hit it in the same spot. You'd be lying 2, and that red one actually would have bumped over maybe even in front of your other one. Trick shot.
Yeah, it seemed like that was their call, but you're right. They didn't throw enough weight really to execute that.
Roll behind the red.
Well, Selena's been pretty darn good on these hit and rolls so far. We'll see if she has another one here in her back pocket.
I didn't see, John. Did she call? Does she want to roll under?
She does want to roll, yeah.
Force Team Gim to maybe make a tap, but that would be awfully risky. Doesn't like the throw early.
Called curl right out of the hand. Kristen Gordon is trying to bring this one over. Oh, now they're calling straight. Did they overcook it here? Oh, no. That was likely a made shot, but unfortunately rolls a little too far. So it's Team Gim maybe lying 1. One of them is lying 1.
Somebody's lying 1.
Somebody's lying 1. It is still Laws lying 3 and 4, though. So not out of the woods yet is NG Gim. She's going to have to make something pretty good on her last one.
I think I like the out turn draw. I think that yellow one's enough behind the guard that there's never going to be a nose double. So anywhere in the forefoot, especially if you think you're shot, just draw the forefoot anywhere on the out turn side of the sheet and force is on. Make a really good one right to the button, and she has to make a slash that if she missed would give you a steal of 2. Something good happened.
Really nice shot there from Akue Kitazawa. Made a triple on the Satsuki Fujisawa stones. I don't know if it was for 2 or 3. I couldn't tell, but yeah, very nice shot from Akue. That'll definitely be in the conversation for shot of the week. And it was indeed for 2. So Fujisawa still leads that one 4-2 with Hammer. They're about to start the 4th end.
They're still looking, so they definitely don't know for sure.
Yeah, they made no indication, right? We usually see a team tap one or the other, and they definitely don't know.
I don't think it changes anything. A cheeky shot here would be just kind of thrown back 4, accidentally tick your yellow and roll off and lie to the old-fashioned way. Lucky.
Well, they're definitely throwing, I think, for back 4 weight. I think that was the call, at least that seemed to be where Minji gestured. So final stone for NG Gim, and it's an important one. She doesn't get it in the right spot. There's a lot of Laws stones hanging around.
Yeah, as a sweeper, you got to make sure this is T-line. This cannot come up short.
Oh, this is curling, and you don't want to catch too much of this yellow. Set up a potential double for a big score. You got to get it by here. Can they get it by? Oh, cheeky. Oh, just what you said, Brent. A little cheeky. I mean, yellow is certainly shot now, but does Selena have a shot here for a bunch?
For 3. The nose doesn't look like it's probably good for second. I think yellow's line 2 now.
Oh, I think so, yep.
She tickled that.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can do is the tick-tick.
Tickle, no, if I go low and tickle this, like, could I move it up?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, I don't believe
Will
so.
I just go right into...
You'd have to get
almost no air.
You're gonna hit it here.
You'd have to get really
It's gonna
magical.
go right into it, isn't it?
Do you think there's anything for 2 or no?
The tick-tick's there for 2, I think.
I think so too.
Maybe just it might tick off the back of
Are
that
they
other
one?
red.
Like you'll
But,
be
Are
hitting.
they 2?
I'm pretty sure.
and if you get by, I think you do
I'm pretty
score 1 with the
confident.
shot she's looking at.
I'm pretty sure that's them, Selena.
Or you're playing an intern red bump
I
for
don't
1.
see a world where it spins up, but maybe.
That might be the
Is it worth
responsible
a shot?
thing to do,
I think I'm
John.
going to hit either way.
Okay.
It doesn't even look like they're looking at the thin double, which would be the
Yep.
only way I think you score more than 1.
I don't think it does.
They're thinking that
Okay.
maybe
There we
they
go.
get lucky if they hit the inside of this one and it pokes that yellow stone up. I don't think
There's no
that's
room, though.
Or is the
yeah,
dog
no.
just better for 1?
Selena said she doesn't think so.
And I don't even know if a nose hit gets scores here.
What do you see?
Possibly. Like if you roll
Like,
here.
I can't roll anywhere. If this,
This
isn't
has
there
got to
for
be
2.
harder than tapping at a foot.
I think so.
So drop?
Yeah. Or tap this, whatever you're seeing.
Tap's
trying to
got to
think
be the
what's the
easiest shot
easiest
for 1.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to go quite wide here.
Yeah.
And that's why. You
Yeah,
don't wanna
because the
go
tap, you
wide.
don't even have to hit it really
What?
well. You could hit the outside of it as long as you had back
tap,
4 or
but-
8, you're getting 1.
And it's more like in the line we've been throwing in.
It's just the draw line
Yeah,
too, right?
okay.
Like just inside edge bait and
Okay.
really
Good.
don't be light and don't be hack and you'll score 1.
Like there?
That's a lot of ice.
Do you like less? I think
I
less,
like a hair
actually.
less, yeah. Yep.
They're hearing me.
Do you like a 15 or 14-8?
14-8 to T, yeah.
We know this spot's pretty quick.
Yep. Yeah, this is the exact spot where
You guys like a
Unji
big
missed her
tap, so
draw.
like 14-8?
But as you said, Brent, you don't
Yeah, well,
have to get too
almost
cute with
4
this.
foot.
If you're throwing T-line or T-line plus here, you hit that red almost anywhere and you're probably scoring. But it is facing 2, so it's a shot that has to be made.
I think I might like a little less ice yet because I know I'm going to throw this a little harder.
Yeah, I would agree. In any event, final stone, Selena Negevin
I thought it was a lot.
needs a small tap for 1.
Queen!
Selena thought it was a lot, but I don't think it's a lot.
I don't either.
I think it's light. Really light and gone.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, that did not take too long for Unji Gim to get all those points back. Team Law is up 4-0, and
Yeah, do you want to measure?
it's probably now 5-4 for Team Gim, but they are going to measure, so we'll see what the result of that is. But that's really unfortunate for Selena Negevin, just light out of her hand, never really gave that one a chance.
Watch out back. Watch out back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So we both thought it was probably yellow. We'll take a look here.
Just short of a 2.
Yeah.
2 yellow?
Yeah.
And it goes right by the red, so it is indeed a steal of 2, and it only took 2 ends for Gim to not only come back, but take the lead back. They lead 5-4 into the break. Team Laws will have the hammer. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll see you back here after that.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on,
Every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance, pushing limits,
seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on,
It's a gold line. It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
and it's the choice of champions.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Enjoy casual.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared. I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your enjoy casual.
We've seen what they could do, and it was very impressive.
Moves the yellow.
See the world's best at the Co-op Canadian Open, November 7th to 10th on Sportsnet.
Alberta for women's Draw 11 action. It is Team Eunji Kim against Team Caitlin Laws. Of course, Team Laws being skipped this week by Selena Negevin in Caitlin Laws' stead, and it's been quite a first half of this game. Team Laws with a huge steal of 4 in the second end, but ever since then it's been all one-way traffic, a score of 3 and a steal of 2, and just like that, Eunji Kim is in the lead. 5 for John Cullen here alongside Brent Lang on the call for you here on Home Team Live. Hope you're enjoying the continuing coverage of the Co-op Canadian Open.
Wade's good. No, it's not. Oh, it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. We're a little
Selena
past your broom.
not agreeing with the sweepers. Wade's good. No, it isn't. It looks pretty close to where they wanted it.
Good, guys. Stay.
So nice shot there from Kristen Gordon.
I missed 2 ends. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, Laws won.
All right.
Game's over.
Ran into Coach Murdoch down there, the Obi-Wan Kenobi of curling Canada now in the high performance, and I just was maybe suggesting he overdid it with Team Mallet, maybe taught them too much.
Good thing he left.
Yeah.
Could have been a problem.
So we've got an entertaining game here for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Probably not as entertaining for Selena and the ladies right now, but got to remind themselves they're 1 down with the hammer. Doesn't really matter how you get here. It's easier said than done. Everything's easy from the booth. But
Not quite.
right the ship here. Make sure you score. A deuce would be awesome. But let's not continue the snowball down the hill here.
Yeah, and I think if you're Team Laws, you know too that really you didn't play that last end poorly. There were maybe some opportunities even to get a multiple set up, just never quite materialized. But it's just a missed shot at the end by the skip. It's not like you had a horrible end and that screwed everything for you. I know sometimes that can also have an effect on the momentum. Can't move that off the center.
And here we go. Now we can't tell because it's in the middle of the logo.
Yeah,
There's no center line.
They're saying it's Eunji Kim is saying off. Jocelyn saying I'm not sure. That's a good answer.
When it doesn't benefit you, you never.
They might have to
never
call.
sure.
They might have to call Pierre.
And he comes out with his pack of smokes, right, to measure?
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask someone?
Well, she already told you she wants it to go back, and so if you disagree, you better ask Pierre.
Yep. So Pierre Charette, the head official, we have seen him come out once to determine whether or not the rock is off the center line. Someone will have to find out where he is. That's how we start this. Maybe you and I can do this from up here. Maybe we'll just yell down.
Eyeball it.
Yell
That's
down
off.
to Selena. Yeah, that's off.
That's off.
Selena, that's off.
I don't know if I'm team Gim if I don't want that to stay anyway.
Yeah, I don't mind it there. You do have the option.
Yeah.
So you could leave it there and leave that redstone there. That's maybe what Minji is coming down to say, like, hey, this isn't too bad.
This would be the best if they give them out, measure, and they say it's off, and they're like, we'll leave it.
Actually, we'll leave it.
Yeah, we changed our mind.
We just wanted you to know that it was off.
She's radioing.
We have talked about mind games, so, maybe this is, that would be kind of the ultimate mind game. Bring Pierre all the way out here, get him to say it's off, and then say you're leaving it.
Yeah, that's not quite your normal ad. Kick.
We got another rain delay. This time it's not raining, though.
Yeah, no kidding. Charette Gate 2.
This guy's at the middle of every controversy.
He is. I don't know how he managed that.
Should we just pick a random?
He is here like 24 hours a day, so he's here somewhere, but probably having a little nap in the office.
Yeah, I was going to say, could be napping at the moment. Well, CEO Nick Sulsky's down in the Jackpot City Lounge. Maybe he can come out and give us an official ruling. Oh, they're going to get J.D. Lind. I think they're going to let him be the impartial observer here. The official behind the sheet is trying to radio to Pierre, but there hasn't really been any movement. So I think they're going to allow J.D. Lind, the coach of Team Fujisawa, to come out and make the decision.
What do you think?
This is good. I like this. This is good stuff here.
He's a trustworthy guy.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Everybody knows and trusts J.D. They say, hey, J.D., whip your curling shoes on. Get out on the ice. I think he had his boots on or something. So he's got his curling shoes on. Here's J.D. Lind to take a peek. Imagine he says, I can't tell. We gotta call Pierre, actually.
I let up at the end.
JD's, wow, he's getting right in there, taking a good look.
You got to look down the line because there is no line in the co-op logo, and this is great ad placement.
No.
Get that overhead on the co-op.
Did we take your raise?
Looks like JD is saying that it's on.
Yeah, JD thought it was on, but
on?
Yeah.
There's no but. You got to go with somebody's opinion ultimately. So again,
okay, they are gonna. I thought for a second they were gonna actually say, we're not taking JD's ruling.
We'd like Pierre.
Yeah. Okay, so JD does say it's touching. As you suggested, though, Brent, this is still a good setup for Team Gim. It's maybe better than removing that redstone. So the game is back in. That's JD's maybe entire officiating career. We just got to watch it all right there. It's about 30 seconds of officiating duty. So another guard up here for Eunji Gim, and it's quite the wall of granite here. And they're going to call a double peel here is Selena Negevin. I suppose of your team laws here, Brent, you don't mind a blank either.
Great shot.
And very nice from Becca Hebert.
Nice back.
Not out of the woods yet. Still going to have to do that again. And then going to have to make a run back. And then going to have to make another run back. They're going to need a miss.
Nice throw.
Otherwise, they got a ton of work to do. And the one that they're guarding is right on the top of the button. Pretty difficult to outdraw it. This one needs to curl, though. It needs to get all the way to the center line. Don't want to leave the hole, but they like it.
Nice shot there from Suji.
We need another double peel.
That is the peel?
You got to make the double peel here.
Like that?
like Selena's throw. They're just straight up calling the single.
Not sure what you're hoping for eventually. We have seen 2 people fall on this sheet, though, so you could be hoping for that.
Not in this hack, though.
No, it's been the other,
it's been the other hack where we've seen Matt Dunstone and Emma Miskew take a spill.
Maybe super thin, tick, and get a red one in the rings. Oh, almost.
Ooh, they tried.
Nice throw.
Another good shot there from Becca Hebert. But it is still Gim lying 1.
Maybe Selena's thinking eventually we're going to play that run back on the red, so I don't want to get rid of it. But
yeah, it definitely seems like they're imagining that redstone's going to come in handy at some point. Whether or not it will remains to be seen. And wow, we had a huge 4th end for Satsuki Fujisawa, scoring 4. So Akue Kitazawa's nice shot in the 3rd end may be all for naught as Fujisawa leads that one 8-2. They're heading into the 5th. Kitazawa will have the hammer. And I haven't watched one of their full games, Brent, but it does seem like every time I'm taking a peek over at Fujisawa's sheet, they're making a lot of shots. They look really on this week.
I would agree. I think that's accurate. Always in the mix. Have been around a while now, as silly as that sounds, but they have been near the top of the game for a long time. So Selena proving me wrong again. Patience pays. They over-curled on the guard they just threw, which is a big unforced error. And now Jocelyn being asked to chase this one and roll as far away as you can probably, but stay in the rings so that on the next one, Jocelyn's going to be asked to come around. Team Gim might say, forget it. We're not going to let you draw, though. We're going to beat you in there.
Whoa! Girl!
First things first, you got to make this one.
Hard roll, Kristen. Hard roll.
It doesn't quite roll far enough, so I think we'll see Gim just try to roll behind that pile. And only thing that's working against Team Laws right now is there's quite a bit of room to roll.
Yeah, the perfect roll is just across center. Anything to the other side of the 4-foot will be buried, but I think you'd see Selena call the draw then. Doesn't sound made.
It sounds no. This is...
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah, and G definitely halfway down was thinking about calling the audible, and it just tried to roll away. Didn't quite come off, so another good opportunity here for Team Laws. If you could ever get one buried behind these guards, you're going to look pretty good for 2, I think.
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Curl. Hard back at anything.
And again, this sounds like nose. Just on the inside.
Took away the low roll at least, I think, right?
Yep. I would imagine NG can see most of this from the hack, but I agree with you. Yeah, the low roll. Minji indicating that they think it might be there. I guess if you throw like a hack or a heavy hack here, Brent, then maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks quarter buried. I guess if you get tight to the guard. Even if you nose it, that would be pretty good.
Okay.
This is made or missed with the right weight. Overthrow, you won't get the curl. Underthrow, you'll be maybe on the guard. So requires some precision.
So big shot here for NG Gim. Trying to find that roll. I don't know that they're going to here. This looks like nose again. And actually rolls a little bit to the outside. So no one can quite make the perfect shot here, but if Selena Negevin could make it here, I would imagine this is
I do. Yeah. Yep, you got her, Selena.
a very good shot at 2.
I think if I'm Selena here and if I was playing computer curling and I get to tell you exactly what I want to do, I think I would just roll this, a quarter buried. Problem is if you roll this all the way over to the top 4-foot buried and then you force, Yoonji Kim to throw the in-turn come around, and if she loops it around, there's plenty of curl that she could bury it behind everything, and you get forced. But risk reward, no other option. But I think the perfect roll is right to kind of the M in Grand Slam of curling. Split that center line. Because I think a blank here would be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't mind it.
Take the hammer to 6.
Need a blank or 2. That's probably the options.
She didn't like that throw.
Nope, Becca Hebert on this right out of the hand.
Snap hook. Might be on the guard.
Got to get by the guard first, and they don't. Uh-oh.
Just some uncharacteristic throws we're seeing here.
Well, yeah, Selena pretty much couldn't miss through the first 3 ends, and is now having trouble getting the train back on the tracks.
And it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, did look like she maybe came over the top of that one.
Well, if that gets by the guard, I'm not sure it hits the rock she's trying to hit. Like, that guard was not in play on that shot.
No.
So, opportunity again. Team Game, get one buried in there. Make sure of the force, and then they get the hammer back in 6, tied.
앞쪽보다는 차라리 12이다.
So the last rock here for Eunji Kim, and maybe another chance to set up a steal. Already lying 1, looking to draw around these guards here. Looking for maybe a little South Korean Swizzler there. Get a little bit of a friendly bounce off their yellow, but I do think there's a shot here for Selena.
Yeah, whatever speed you know, like I think you've got a good chunk of that. So
I think some people would
good
take on the double
down.
here with Pio and maybe blank.
Certainly possible. I think they'd probably just be afraid of going down 2, maybe, Brent.
Yeah, for sure.
Fair with hack?
This is
I think that's close. I
very
think they'll get a little
makeable,
finish in the middle here. Hey,
but
you got her, Selena.
this one the guard's kind of in play. Like, I don't think it's wide open.
Wait, hack?
Needs to not hear hard out of her hand here. Can't be. It's one of the. There's a couple things you can't do, especially at Grand Slams with the ice conditions. You can't slide wide because you're dead. You gotta get it curling, and then it'll curl off the earth. And you can't be soft. You can't get it curling in your hand. You can avoid those 2 things, the game gets a lot easier out here.
Well, we'll see if Selena can avoid those pitfalls here, facing another 2 with her last here in 5.
Yes.
And she's saying yes again, right out of the hand.
Whoa! Clean! Curl!
I think a little panic, though.
Kristen Gordon now trying to bring this one over. You don't have a ton of room to roll here. Does it stop in time?
Don't know why you'd sweep where the rock's never going to touch, but didn't work.
So unfortunately it overrolls on Selena Negevin. A little panic on the sweeping out of the hand, and it is indeed a steal of 1 for Eunji Kim. They take a 6-4 lead into 6.
Tough one.
You are. And fit in comfortably. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
시간 완전 많아요. 아니 들어오예요. 웨이트. 라인 여유 있게 그냥 잡아.
Well, you can see on the scoreboard right behind Yeon Seoul, this is Been a bit of a struggle here for Team Laws, starting out with that steal of 4, but have not been able to get their feet back under them since. And Eunji Kim leading by 2 here, 6-4. We talked about it off the top of the broadcast. Gim probably playing for their lives here. They're starting this event 0-2, so they need this win. For Team Laws, they're at 1-1. Would love to get that second win and give themselves a chance at 3 wins, which would guarantee you a playoff spot here in Nisku. But yeah, it just hasn't been the shot making we were seeing out of them in the first few ends, Brent. They've kind of done it to themselves a little bit here in the last few ends.
Yeah, it's gut check time. It's not going well. Selena looks like her intern's not exactly as crisp as she would like it to be. But down 2, playing 6, a 2-1-2 still wins the game. If you can take 2, force to 1, take 2, you win the game. So need a momentum switch for sure. 6 unanswered points doesn't feel good.
Right over. Hard Josh, go. Keep going.
Yeah, we'll see if they can put it together here. They have yet to score with the hammer. And when you say that when you're playing the 6th end, that's usually not a good sign.
I guess that means that Selena has not made her last shot in the last couple ends, because they have had the hammer only 3 ends, 2 ends?
Yeah, 2 ends. 2 ends they've had the hammer, and 2 ends they've given up steals. So yeah, we'll see if they can get it going here.
I don't think you'll see any panic from them, but it's yeah, they do need a spark or something. And maybe somebody needs to crack a funny joke to break the tension. The momentum is heading in the wrong direction. It's a bit of a helpless feeling, but you need that person on the team that kind of is in charge of monitoring that. And when it does get to this, it's like, hey, this is my job. Listen up. This is what we said we would do, so let's do that. And starts with Kristen getting her 2 in good spots. Last end got them into trouble with that second one when she wrecked the guard, and they were chasing really the rest of the end. That's what I'm saying, John, is that leads really, really matter. Right?
I've said that for years, even when they didn't. But yeah, certainly now we've talked about it a lot on the broadcast, and it's no foreign concept to curling fans, but there just is no hiding anyone anymore. You really cannot have a weak player in the lineup. Doesn't matter how much you like them or how handsome they are.
Describing himself.
Well, yeah, that's how I assumed I got a few of my roles over the years. That was a great shot, though, by Kristen Gordon. You said it needed to be made, and indeed it was. Right on the top. Yep, great spot. So we'll see if Suji Kim is up to the task here. Well, I did just see Jocelyn and Kristen laughing, so maybe the joke did pay off for them.
Can't hurt.
I got a joke for you.
Okay.
Did you hear about the 2 antennas who got married?
No.
The ceremony was terrible, but the reception was excellent.
Oh my! And you're a professional.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite street joke. So a mistake for Team Gim, and Becca Hebert will have the chance to capitalize here. We'd like to roll somewhere here. Nose would be the worst result. They were trying to roll away, called an audible to roll inside, and I think maybe rolled enough that it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I was thinking that I could.
And Gim just kind of eyeing it up here. If we nose this, what does that leave? Will it leave a double? Because Shot Rock is still not very accessible at the moment. I wouldn't hate a freeze in here, but a little bit too risky up 2. Sounds tight.
if that's the best spot for that one.
That's really bad. Opened up the double, and now the red one's the one that's not really accessible.
Yeah, take a look at it on the replay here, just rolling that hair too much. They were trying to either nose or roll away there, and now they've created the double. A double and a roll here, too. You could get separation on your reds, and like you said, that red is buried, too.
But let's not get too cute. I don't love this weight call. You got to make the double here. I know you want to save the shooter, but don't fall in love with saving the shooter so much you don't make the double.
They don't make the double. They do push it out of the forefoot, though.
Whose shot?
It's close.
It's not what I asked. I knew it was close.
Sorry, I couldn't come through for you. Based on our angle, I'm going to say it's yellow.
Based on the momentum and the way things are going for Selena and the team laws
That
right
too.
now.
You have to consider all of these factors, right?
And it's probably dead behind that red corner guard too. Got to be accessible, but it didn't make the double. It did save the shooter. Going to force Team Gim to deal with it. They're going to try and roll it right back in there. I don't know who's in charge of the Korean technical program, but there are a lot of Korean curlers out here that slide technically very well.
Yeah, probably not an accident we have 3 South Korean teams in the women's field here.
Right.
Men's program hasn't quite caught up to the success of the women's program, but it's definitely coming. They got some really good young curlers coming out of there. Youngduk Park is probably the top of that list.
Do you like dress?
He also wants to have a look at this. I don't think there's a double because your red one's in the way. There's a good look at it. So it's accessible through the hole.
Like 10.5?
Yeah.
Or is that a silly weight for the hole?
No.
I don't quite have all, so if I threw firm, I think I'd roll out of the
Yeah,
forefoot.
the hole. Yeah, I think 10.5 is okay with the hole. The way it's staggered.
We're seeing quite a bit of curl to the wing here, so I think it'll come up, hey?
I think you might need a hair harder than 10.5 potentially, but there is room. Hit and roll right to where the broom is that Selena's holding, and really have a good opportunity.
Just stay close. Just 10-5.
So a 3 back for Ikue Kitazawa in that all-Japanese battle against Team Fujisawa. But Fujisawa still comfortably leading that one 8-5, and they have the hammer playing 6.
I can't really get there, and then she's got the shot back. Sorry, I got stuff everywhere.
So said 10-5. Kind of a control. Wait. Hit and roll to the back of the button.
Needs to navigate this hole here, does Jocelyn Peterman. This looks like it's got a curl. Okay, it's through the hole. Now, do they get that roll they want? Almost. It's hard for them to get at it, though, I think, Brent, with how much it rolled. Nice shot there from Jocelyn.
Get through the hole and pick it out, but that'd probably be all you could do.
And another look at it here on the replay. You can see it gets a little inside roll, just enough to put it edge on edge with that other red stone. And Team Gim going to call a little team meeting here. And in our other games, the Sportsnet feature game, Silvana Tirinzoni leading 4-2 over Italy's Stefania Constantini. Constantini has the hammer in 6. And Xenia Schwaller trying to find her way back into her game against Sung-Yun Ha. Ha jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Schwaller's gotten 3 of those points back. Ha leading 5-3 with the hammer. They're also playing 6. All games available on Home Team Live.
The first call I saw them talk about was the run back. That's aggressive. I mean, that's a bit of an all or nothing, but I guess you open it up, you leave a double. Really want to make sure you don't give up more than 2. So maybe this is the call. They've convinced me. Like this?
Well, what else would you do, I guess, is really
that's the question.
Yeah. It definitely brings the 3 into play, but That's unlikely. Team Laws would probably need another miss.
무조건 안쪽 맞아야 되잖아.
Yeah, even if you peeled this, they're probably going to guard again.
한한타 민지 이거는
I like it. Let's just make it. Right on the nose, run back, double.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, certainly if you make it, you love it. If you make it, you love the call.
타이트하게 잡아.
Sometimes that's the best way to pick a shot is
Yeah,
if there's nothing we love, what's the best one if we do make it? And there's no doubt that this is the best if they could. So a big shot here for Minji Kim. Straight back, run double.
Yes, whoa, yes, whoa.
Sounds close.
How is that?
Oh, so close to perfect for Minji Kim, but that's still a really good result. Team Gim line 2.
Just line 2, eh?
Yeah.
Tough to be patient, tough to believe things are going to turn if your team Laws here, but you got to believe it, even though you feel like it's impossible.
Oh, another look on the replay. So close to perfect.
What a shot.
Really good from Minji. Not a surprise, has really been a game changer for this Team Gim since she's been involved. Tons of hardware in her locker, been to the
I think so.
World Championships a few times, couple bronze medals, World Junior Silver, World Junior Bronze.
Yeah.
Great player, very young too, only 25.
Do you think?
Yeah, what turn are you seeing?
I think I'm seeing the in.
Okay, I like that.
They've
Hit
been
and roll
going.
here.
Yeah.
I would.
Like this?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
Okay, you got
dead
it.
buried. I was thinking the out. Oh, it's the camera's off angle. If that out turn back line chase and roll behind the corner guard is at all possible, I love
Just
it.
get this last
Ooh, that's
under
pretty
there.
buried. We can see from that angle there.
If you get the weight
It
right
might
and
be
you
there.
through that
Careful
hole, I
with
don't
the
see how it
knife, I
doesn't hit
think.
that yellow. So, and if you
Yeah.
make it, this yellow they're hitting now is in a great spot to make a double off of later, for 2 or 3. But there's nothing wrong with this. Just this is getting to crunch time. You got to make anything you call.
It's getting to be clunch time.
Clunch. That's a cross between crunch and lunch.
Quiet.
Becca Hebert on it right out of the hand again. Can she hold it here? Going right to it. That's pretty good, I think. Maybe rolled a little further than they wanted, but they are shot.
Should be able to chase that through that hole, I think. Not a humongous hole, though. So
And the hole got a little tighter, I think, after Minji's shot.
어. 언니 노즈예요, 근데. 컨트롤. 오케이. 네. 언니 조금 천천히 볼게요, 여기.
Like, again, probably a 10-5, kind of a control weight-ish. Anything through this hole looks like it's going to find its way to
그치. 컨트롤 해야 되지.
most of that red rock.
어? 컨트롤.
Be great to roll this, again, broom side. Similar shot to Jocelyn, and then that hole is much tougher to get through to stay. Team Laws needs a break here. Now's a good time.
Yeah, this is a critical shot for Inji Gim. Her first and number 6 needs to navigate this port.
A little bit back with that on release. Never mind. Just thrown perfectly.
Just makes the hole with no trouble and a perfect roll from Inji Gim.
Wow.
Those are the shots we're used to seeing from her. She's just so good with that touch takeout weight. Really nicely called by Minji too. Just no panic, eh, Brent? Just that's not an easy hole, and they made it look really easy, both from the sweeping and the shot-making perspective.
Yeah, that's professional. Let's call it what it is. That's on purpose. Nothing accidental done there from the line calling, the throw, the weight choice, and the weight execution, and now big trouble. Selena needs a big run back here.
Yeah, you got to get rid of at least one of these yellows here. You're in some trouble.
Need some contact on that top one, or else I don't think she's going to score here. Needs to hit it on the nose and roll off somehow. That would be ideal, but that's pretty tough to do. So just make this maybe a triple to lie 1. Get the momentum rolling, the mojo going.
She didn't love it out of her hand. It sounds like it's curling back. It's close. Oh, just.
Great shot.
Just missing, but yeah, very nice from Selena Negevin. Gets rid of what was probably the trouble rock.
That rock looks to be dead buried still.
Yeah, if Eunji puts one right on top of this yellow, I do not know how Selena scores.
It's gonna have to run the corner guard in. Freeze it right here, and we got her, I think she said.
Yeah.
민재야 더 줄여야 돼. 어때요? 이만큼만. 좋아.
Making sure they got the broom in the right spot, just tighten it up by an inch or so. This is where Selena's tap. She thought she was heavy out of her hand. She ended up with a halfway guard, so something weird happened there. I think she's just getting that in-turn going, and anytime you, what we would say, start it curling early, get it going towards the target early, the speed comes off in a big way.
Final stone. Eunji Kim looking to twist the knife here.
That did look tender.
Yeah, Yeun on it right out of the hand. We'll see if they can drag it here.
Really gotta go here, Johnny.
Yeah, Yeun Seoul, Suji Kim leaning on this one. Minji Kim now trying to get involved. This is gonna come short of the house here, Brent. And now all of a sudden there will be a shot for two for Selena Negevin. It's not easy, but it is there.
Wowzers. Unforced error at the wrong time.
Yeah, you could tell just right out of the hand. Yeun showing it.
Anything I'm thinking it's
Jumping on it right away, and they just could not drag it.
I think with hack, that's close.
Just had to be really anywhere in the 8 foot. Could have even been heavy and bumped it on the nose. And unforced error opportunity, though. See if Selena can take advantage and tie this game up and get some points on the north half of the board here. It's been a while.
What do you guys think about this ice? I think I like it here more. Here more, Josh! Yeah, we're just starting like too close to the forefoot. Like once we're in the forefoot, they're going, so.
I don't think the weight needs to be all that
Did
perfect.
you like that ice last one?
anything
Or I mean
backline to
that
heavy
ice
hack
last
and hits the hole, I think it hits and stays.
So final stone, Selena Negevin here in the 6th end, looking to staunch the bleeding. Could make this a tie game. Kristen Gordon on it right out of the hand. Can she hold it? Can she hold it? The weight is close. Are they through the port? Oh my goodness, just a whisker off. A really good sweep from Gordon and Hebert, but unfortunately they cannot save it. And Eunji Kim will put another one on the board. 7-4, they lead.
Tap one. Great throw.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, ice. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
It's been very difficult for Selena Negevin and her team to get off the struggle bus here, as this now 4 ends in a row that Eunji Kim has scored 7 unanswered points. They lead 7-4. And now we're really into crunch time, Brent, as I think Selena is going to need at least 2 here to keep herself in the game.
Yeah, you don't want to be down 1 without, but they're down 3, 2 ends to go. Important to score multiple here. Give yourself a chance. At this point, as a team, I'd be having the conversation. Let's at least see if we can scare them, make them earn it, make Eunji make her last shot, whatever that happens to be. And that all starts with multiple score here. 2 points would be great. maybe get an accidental three, and
Lesson she's been given. Wait's
with the no-tick rule, if you can hit the center line twice, a steal is
Wait's close.
not out of the question. So
I think we're to her broom.
Mine's good.
got to start with 2 corner guards here, I
To
would
your
think.
broom.
Yeah, I would imagine 2 corners are coming, and just really unfortunate for Selena on her last one. We talked about this in the break. Just tough to remember the last time where the sweepers were not engaged almost immediately off of Selena's release, and I don't know if it's just the way she's letting it go or just been a little bit light on everything, but yeah, they just haven't found their exact groove. They're getting so close on a lot of the shots, but as we know in curling, often close isn't good enough. And it hasn't been for the last few ends here for Selena Negavan and Team Laws. So we'll see if they can right the ship here.
라인이 안 만나 기다려야 돼. 찾고 있어. 기다려야 돼. 없어요. 민지 거. 민지야. 민지 계속.
Satsuki Fujisawa edging ever closer to a playoff spot, picking up another 2 in the 6th end against Akue Kitazawa. They now lead that game 10-5. That's in end number 7. A win there would bring Fujisawa to 3-0 and would lock up a playoff spot.
You went over something.
Can't remember the last time I saw a team score 10 and lose in an 8-end game, but I'm sure I'm forgetting sometime. So they're in pretty good shape.
Certainly
there.
doesn't happen too often if it happens much at all, that's for sure.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say they're in pretty good shape.
Yep, go back out hard.
This needs to go, needs to be usable, better than halfway.
Keep going, little more.
Good sweep in there by Becca Hebert.
So 2 corners up for Kristen Gordon, 2 yellows in the rings, and now I believe a guard incoming for Suji Kim.
다 좋아. 살짝 넘어가는 게 좋아. 다 타이트하게 잡아.
Nice, Kristen. Great pair.
So two trains of thought here. You'll see some teams throw kind of what we would say choke a corner. You throw it kind of top 8, mostly open towards one of the corners to spread out your 3 in the house. If this guard is made, Becca Hebert's going to need to make the run back. This is coming right in now. Break here.
This is going to be right into those yellow stones. So a little heavy from Suji. And maybe just what the doctor ordered for Team Laws, though I'm a little surprised to see them ignore all 3 of those lemons and draw around the corner. I'd be inclined to maybe hit and roll here, but
yeah, me too. Nothing. This isn't wrong by any means. The other shot would be maybe freeze in the pocket there, but
It's close. You have room right now.
I don't think you'll see Team Gim ignore this, even if it is 4th shot. I don't think you'll see them guard, but
Sliding.
Go, Josh. Yep. See. Go, Josh. As far as it goes. Go.
can't have this be chaseable.
Good. Nice throw. Good sweep.
Still pretty good.
14-5.
Be running up for the heel.
couldn't get up there fast enough. Nice shot, though, from Becca Hebert.
The other thing, that red one being that deep, is eventually you think you're going to hit the crotch of those 2 yellows and maybe make the triple, but
Freeze in there.
now the triple goes pretty
if-
close to that red one.
저기. 따라가.
Just, just missing the back of the red one. Nice shot from Suji.
하긴 했는데. 아깝다.
Similar's close, I think. Hey,
Now heading for the pocket. If this is made, this one definitely cannot be taken out.
think it's
You'll
close.
probably ignore it and hit and roll in on the other one in live 4.
No ad.
No ads, so they think it's a little light.
Line's good. You have room right now.
Hard in.
Keep it room on this sweep. Kristen, draw.
It's there.
Kristen.
We're tapping a little.
Girl.
We're
focus
tapping.
and- yep,
We're tapping.
Keep going.
Line looks pretty good. They just
T-line.
overswept it a bit.
Good.
Pretty good.
Yep, nice spot there for Becca Hebert. Struggled a little bit in the game's early going, but has been quite good over the last few ends.
I don't think you want to. Did she call to peel this? I think she did. I think you want to hit and roll in here. That would kind of nullify that other corner guard. Rolling out here, they might just go around the corner and have two in the range, can't get out.
Yeah, Peel was indeed the call. So Minji makes it, but we'll see if this is maybe a little strategic miscalculation.
I think you got to go around the corner here.
Can I just freeze one more? Okay. At 15? Yeah.
You like this?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, they're always going to be able to get the top one out is my only. And soon, it's not early enough yet, but soon they would guard. You can't get rid of all three yellows with one shot. That much 53% know.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah,
so we're up to 6.
I think that's right, yeah.
Where are you?
If my opinion's worth 10%, it's fine. You can
I think that's fair.
Throw that on there. Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too.
yeah, you can earn more as the season goes on. We're still pretty new.
True. It's
not great.
No, it's not what they would have wanted.
Yeah, allows her to remove a red and maybe even roll into that other red and move the yellow and the pocket's gone is the biggest problem. Yeah. You can kill that yellow, throw Peel and hit that one as thin as you can.
So a big shot here for Minji Kim could put a stop to the end for Team Laws. Does she get enough?
Yeah, good shot.
That's really good. Really good.
Like that?
Yeah.
Think
If
so.
I tap theirs, is that any good? Behind ours?
This one?
Yeah.
No, you're going to leave it double most of the time.
No, still just have this.
Let me just.
You have to go around the corner.
I think the freeze is the call for sure.
They'll hit and try and lay 3. You make 2 doubles for 2. Doesn't sound awesome,
You're
but
2
that's
shots
where we're
away
at.
from getting those, hey? Yeah, this is no good. She just comes off my shooter.
Yeah.
I don't hate this. It's just
No.
you're 2 shots away from getting both of those.
What if we do this? If we play the hit?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Do you want to call time?
Doesn't look angled quite right.
Time.
All right, so they're going to call a timeout. They have Curling Canada
Probably,
coach Renee
hey?
Sonnenberg on the bench here to give them a hand.
We're always going to leave her a double.
Can't leave her a double. Whatever leaves her a double can't be the right shot.
Find that nut it. Maybe she can't come off hers.
Unless you throw it. I don't want to lose it, but if you throw them hard and then both roll. But. This one here, push that one over there. Yeah.
No.
See what Renee says.
Okay.
No.
I think
Our only
that's the
concern
spot.
is we're 2, then we need both the Selena shots to remove these.
They're going to hit the red one, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think up 3, it's very unlikely you're going to see
peel
Gim
this
throw
guy
a guard
and
or something like that.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I always love the all-out aggression, crazy kamikaze aggression.
Why not?
Right.
That double though, if we're not perfect, like try into it. Think about that.
Yeah. So just like here.
Make the freeze.
Becca's
They're going to
only
hit and
other thing was,
roll.
like,
They
splitting
should
this,
leave you
but
some kind of
it's a
double
hard
back,
shot.
and then hopefully they leave you one more double.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way you score 2.
Should be pretty nice here, hey? Yeah.
As so often is the case with these, Brent, that was their first initial call. Selena's initial call was the freeze. We take a timeout, spend 3 minutes talking about it, and then go with the initial call. And not that's not a criticism on my behalf. That's definitely just how it goes sometimes, but often you find in these situations your initial gut feeling is usually the right call. You play thousands of curling games in your life, and you generally know what to do in most situations. So freeze is the call for Jocelyn Peterman. After all that, this will have to be made, or it's going to be very difficult for Laws to score 2.
Oh, no ad, no ad. Sorry, hit it hard.
We're worried it's a little light. Becca Hebert on it here. Line looks pretty close. Just want this right on the corner. Don't want to bounce. Want to make sure you're ahead of that yellow. That's really good from Jocelyn Peterman right on the corner.
Sorry, good ball. Good seat.
And as you predicted, Brent, they will be getting rid of this red stone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could follow you down, but I just don't see it. She has a chance to hit and roll and lie, too. And if I'm Team Gim, I'm okay with forcing you to make 2 doubles to get 2 so that we're up 1 with coming home.
I would agree.
Let's see if they can execute it.
I like this. The other 3 players are in the house discussing the shot, and G's already in the hack. yeah, whatever you guys are talking about down there, I don't care.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just throw to make it. That's Brent Pierce style right there.
Yeah?
Oh, he loves to make shots where he doesn't speak to his third at all. So just a matter of killing this red stone for NG, and if you could roll to lie 3, that would be ideal.
Yes, whoa. Perfect. There is a triple, maybe. It would have to come with a lot of pace.
We know Selena can throw the high hard one.
Yeah. And it looks like the nose will be in a spot where she won't be able to nose it. So even if you just made a double here.
Yeah.
There's no other shots. So there shouldn't be a lot of conversation here.
Yeah, you just never would want to hit this high side and chunk it over towards your red. I think that's really the only sort of quite bad situation. Or if you hit it high side and you leave both yellows in the middle, then I think you would almost certainly see Unji guard, and you could be in big trouble.
Right on the nose, peel weight, at least kill 2. If you kill 3, great. Lie 2. This double is made. I think there's a really good chance at scoring a deuce here. And
so first stone for Selena Negevin, desperately trying to ignite the spark that would get them back in this game. That's pretty good. Gets rid of 2, lies second and third.
Gonna hit and roll in front here. If you make the perfect hit and roll in front of yours, it'd be really tough to score 2 because the double might not outcount the side yellow one. If you're feeling really crazy, you could play the come around. You didn't turn around the corner guard and just draw beside it, and that's a force for sure. But with the score, this is definitely the play. Hit and roll right to the broom. And Selena will have to make a double and a roll in, I think. I don't even think it will be there, actually.
I think if you make this perfect, yeah, it's probably not. Final stone. Unji Gim, 7th end. A hit and just a nice snug little roll. They are not loving that out of the hand. Suji Kim really trying to bring this over.
Perfect?
Perfect.
She's just made everything in the last hour. Since she missed that draw, she hasn't really shown any signs other than, I guess, that draw made myself a liar. She missed that really easy draw last end, which was a surprise, but tons of great hit and rolls.
Yeah. What do you think? Huh? Do you watch up here?
No.
So you can see Selena knows the double's not there because the shooter doesn't outcount the side yellow, so also knows we need 2 here. So let's try this angle raise. Half stone.
Hey, half and half is really close.
They're due for a break. I'm going to call a make here.
Okay.
Got to hear whoa out of the hand for a make, though. Don't want to hear hard right away.
Yeah, Selena's been very close, but has not been able to find the big shot to turn the tide of this game. So we'll see if she can find it here. Final stone and game on the line. We got that whoa. Now here comes Kristen Gordon. Can she hold it? She cannot. Really good try from Selena Negevin, but unfortunately, it does not get the job done. And just waiting to see if this is it.
We done? It's up to you. Down 4. Last end. I think so. Okay.
And indeed, that is the game. So unfortunately for Selena Negevin and her makeshift team Laws here, scoring 4 in the second, but could not find her way back onto the scoreboard. It'll go down as an 8-4 win for NG Gim. As you said, Brent basically did not miss a shot in the second half of that game. So Gim will improve to 1-2. Laws will drop to 1-2. They will both have a must-win game tomorrow. We will be back with another important game tonight, 8 p.m. local. That's 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We'll look forward to having you then. For everyone here at Home Team Live, for Brent Lang, I'm John Cullen. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
이겼어. 진짜 내일도 와줘요.
You think minimum ice on that?
I thought minimum, yeah. That's a good way to
Yeah, like we had ice for no curl or a hair back up. Yeah.
And, well, we'll debrief.
Yeah.
I have a thought about something. I'm curious to know what you guys think.
Okay. Oh, my mic. Don't forget to take your mic off.
Don't forget your vest.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. Hello.
Are you guys on a team?
Oh, okay.